Well, I'm Mr. Ray, and I am so honored to be nominated for a Music Educator Grammy. One of my proudest moments as a teacher is I taught a class of song called Smiled, and I had one student, a little girl, whose family's house was firebombed. And during that time, they were going through many different challenges. And the little girl sang the song for her mother, and her mother began to sing the song with her, and it kind of uplifted the family. And when the little girl, when my student came back and told me about it at school, it really made me feel great and proud. One of my biggest challenges is teaching the current generation about the music of the past generations. And one of my ways of addressing it is creating a show I call Showtime at the Apollo. In fact, you can see the signs up here from a show that we did in the past. And what I did was I had the students to bring to life entertainers from the past and lip sync the music on stage, in costume, in choreography, and it really made the students feel as if that they were actually there and they could appreciate the music of the past a lot more. Music math is something that I created, and it's a way of integrating math and music together, and the students just seem to love it. What happens is I play certain notes on the piano and have them to count it, whether we're doing addition or multiplication or whatever, and it really engages the students to a great degree. When I first came here to this school almost 5 years ago, I created a song called G. White Academy's School Song, and these students have really gravitated to it. I was in the store once a little while ago, and I ran into a student who had graduated previously and is now in high school, and he came up to me and he began to sing the school song, and he was telling me how important that was to him. And I can recall my great-great-aunt who passed away a couple years ago. She was 90 years old, and on her deathbed, she began to sing her school song. It struck me then how important music is. A measurable difference that I've noticed in my students is I've watched them, their oral exams have went through the roof regarding the knowledge of music theory. When I came here, students had no idea what quarter note, a half note, or staffs or time signatures were. And I've watched their oral exams go through the roof. So that's something we definitely can measure as a positive. A couple years ago, I created a musical show called Detroit, This Is Our Home. And as many people know, Detroit has been going through their challenges. And this was a show where we talked about some of the negatives here in the city, and we talked about the elements that would make our city better, things like faith and love and hope and joy. And all of this was created and integrated into that musical. And it was such an impacting show that even the Detroit Council, the Detroit City Council, gave our school and myself a Spirit of Detroit Award, and I thought that was really fantastic. In the field of music here in the city of Detroit, I've created a show called Sunday's Gospel Showcase. We produce it in the downtown area, and I bring together different gospel artists from various areas of the city and surrounding areas of the city and showcase them. In addition to that, I've produced gospel greats such as Dottie Peoples and other gospel artists. I've worked with the OJs and Kim, and even worked in Sparkle with Whitney Houston. I'm also the executive producer of a CD recorded by Dr. Eden Quint Weaver and Hallelujah Singers. So I believe my life is dedicated to the field of music. Well, I'm constantly in contact with the curriculum developers to create music that is appropriate for urban education, and in addition to that, I work in a forum with the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, creating live webcasts that comes into the classrooms and allows our students to view the orchestrations of the DSO and various other orchestras, which otherwise they wouldn't have an opportunity to do.